Hello, everybody. I'm Karen Jane Casey, and this podcast is Moments with Carin. This is where I share bits and pieces of past or present moments of my life or things that I've learned from other sources. The goal is always for us to find lessons, to helpful information, to be encouraged, and to increase the joy we have in our lives. Today's topic is self-care time. We may have an idea of what self-care may mean, but here is a great definition from the internet. Self-care is personal health maintenance, an activity of an individual, family, or community with the intention of involving or improving or restoring health, or treating or preventing a disease. Self-care includes all health decisions people make for themselves and their families to get and stay physically fit, mentally fit. I decided to cover this topic today because of my own very recent quest to take better care of myself. I used to be very active at the gym, which was near where I worked. So it was convenient to stop by the gym before coming home on some work days. But when I retired 2 years ago, the gym was no longer convenient for me. It was more than 30 minutes from my home. So I quit going to the gym, thinking that I would find one closer, something that was more convenient. Maybe I would do something at home, but none of that really happened. I did think that I would work out at home. Maybe get a video or something, or maybe walk around the block. But since what I really enjoyed is group fitness classes, it didn't happen. Then I thought I'd work out at the pool during the summer, since my association fees cover that whether I go or not. But you might recall from my other podcast, it was at the beginning of the summer that I had a biopsy on my forehead. So I just didn't feel like working out in the pool with a wound on my forehead, going through stages of healing, knowing that it was likely because of the sun exposure to cause that problem in the first place. Plus, my busy schedule did not allow time for it. Those were all good reasons or excuses that I gave myself, don't you think? The problem was, though, most of what I do involves standing for long periods of time or sitting for long periods of time, such as reading, writing, and presenting or preparing my podcasts. Not much exercise in that. A rather sedentary or inactive lifestyle. Although I do have a set of stair steps to go up and down while at home. I don't do it deliberately any more than I would need to. And I do go to meetings and to church, and I do socialize, so I'm doing some moving around. So does any of that count as exercise? Very little. One night I had a bad dream about my health, and it scared me. I think that we need to pay attention to things like that. Could have this been a warning? I decided to take it seriously. So that morning, I began to ponder where I would go to exercise. There were lots of options to consider. And I realized I am not going to actually do this unless I go back to where I had been going for quite some time. I loved it. I was comfortable there. I remembered it being fun, and I had been very regular with my routine of fitness. So that's where I wanted to go back to, even though it was further away. Because I decided to go back to where I'd been going, I knew there would be plenty of yoga classes, water aerobic classes, and machines I could work out on. This heavenly place actually has 2 locations within my range. Well, because of the driving time and everything, they're kind of the same distance time-wise. And I am talking about ACAC at Short Pump and Midlothian. In case you're wondering, no, I am not actually advertising for them, but for me, it's the perfect place to go for fitness. It's only a little tiny bit more expensive than other places, other options. It's just a tiny little bit further away. It's worth it. There are costs. The monthly expense for becoming a member. That has to be added back into my budget. The time it will take from my schedule. I have to put that in my planner. And the inconvenience of driving to the facility 30 plus minutes on the days that I go. I need to figure out a way to look at that as a pleasant time. Listen to music. I love to listen to The Message. That's my favorite channel. So I looked at my schedule, which was very full already. Maybe I could start next month. Maybe next week. I was obviously considering being a procrastinator about this. Going from inactive to active is a big thing to do for anybody. And that's what I was planning to do, to change from being an inactive person to a very active person physically. It's huge. Something inside me said, Carin, start now. So I did. I called and set up an appointment to get started, and from that date of the appointment, I planned days to attend. I literally had no empty places on my daily planner. That's a terrible habit I have of just planning every hour practically. So I had no empty places on my daily planner. So I got out a colored pencil and I shaded nearly every morning during the week. Boom. Took care of that. I forced it in. Where there was no room, I forced it in. So while at my appointment, I received the master schedule at ACAC, and the fitness counselor and I devised a plan. 3 days a week, I'd work out sets on the machines for strength, walk the track 30 minutes on most days, and for classes, beyond that, I had a wide array of choices. Well, because I live a ways off, because I want to get the biggest bang for the dollar, and because this was my routine in the past, my plan was to take 1 or 2 classes after track and after the machines on each visit. I didn't know for sure if an inactive to active person could do that, but I know I did it in the past. I have enjoyed trying those classes I used to love, trying them again. I love having choices. Yes, I'm older and out of shape now, so I have a challenge ahead of me. Some of the classes I have found are perfect for me. Some are too hard at the moment, and I just need a little bit more time to ease into them. And then there are a few, well, I don't intend to do them again. It was great to see some of the same instructors, and then again, it was kind of sad to see that some of them were no longer there. But it's nice to have new and different and to have change. What do you like to do at the gym? Or should I ask, what do you remember having liked to do at the gym when you went in the past? Lifting weights? Taking classes? Swimming laps? Working out on machines? I have found that I love the simple routines of 3 sets each on the 10 machines suggested to me. This is something new for me because I had thought incorrectly that I should avoid all machines because of my arthritis. But moderation is the key, just like in so many other things in life. And the track. I never imagined enjoying walking it for 30 minutes. It's not my intention to ever become a runner, I want to protect my 67-year-old knees. They are fine now, and I want to keep it that way. But I can slowly increase the speed and the level over time. Who knows? What are the classes that are my favorites? I love gentle hatha and yin yoga. But I remember my favorite in the past as being Zumba Gold, which I believe I can work up to it. Maybe within a few weeks I'll feel like I'm able to take that class. It's a little more advanced. I did take yin Vin class, and I'm not into the up and down stuff. First you're on the floor, then you're standing up. Then you're on the floor, then you're standing up. I'm not, maybe later. As for water exercises, I enjoy aqua strength in the warm pool. And then I enjoy water in motion in the big pool. My intention is to make it to the rooftop to play in the pool there someday. In the past, I never actually took advantage of that option, and now I plan to sometime. Before Christmas, how about that? It'll be kind of cold if I wait till Christmas. I hope this is enticing you to think about a fitness program for yourself. But I want to warn you, precautions are important. Think about it and take the precautions that you need to do. Don't do what doesn't feel good, ever. If your body says, oh, this doesn't feel good, listen to your body. Bring a bottle of water and hydrate yourself often. And when I'm done, I have an Ensure in the cooler in the car. So before I drive home, I begin drinking that Ensure to make sure my electrolytes have not taken a dive. Instead, a person could have a protein bar or maybe stop for a bite to eat. Anyway, don't let yourself go down physically because of your workout and then not rejuvenating yourself with food or protein. When I get home, I go back to my physically inactive reading, writing, preparing podcasts, and so on. But I know that I have already taken care of my body the best that I can do. In addition to the newly reinforced interest in self-care, I make sure that I daily drink plenty of water, take my vitamins, and get the number of hours of sleep that I need. So I've taken a more interest in my body, taking care of it completely. Well, next week I have an appointment with someone about health and nutrition. So maybe my routine that I'm in the process of beginning now, maybe it will include eating healthier foods and less yummy desserts. So maybe I can hope to lose some of the excess weight that I've accumulated over the past 2 years. I can see ahead to the winter weather changes and holiday season as being challenges for my newly formed health routine. But I believe that with persistence, just simply keeping on the same path, that I can overcome any obstacles that come before me. And I predict that within maybe a few months from now, my husband and certainly my doctor will notice a healthier me, and they will be pleased with my progress. I'm already pleased with myself, enough to keep going in this healthy journey. Spiritually, I am demonstrating to my Creator my gratitude for what He has entrusted to me, my body. My Creator gave me this body, and I am taking good care of it now. So, what do you say, folks? Have I encouraged you toward self-care time and encouraged you while you are on your own quest for fitness? Let me know. Let me know your feedback. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode on Moments with Carin. This is Carin Jane Casey, author, speaker, domestic violence advocate, and ambassador for Christ. Moments with Carin is available every Wednesday morning at 7, where we explore past and present moments to find lessons entertainment and encouragement and joy in life. I also have 2 faith-based podcasts also available on stormtalk365radio.com. Turn to God with Carin is on Monday mornings at 6:30, essentially about overcoming life challenges. Abundant Living with Carin is on Tuesday mornings at 7, where we share biblical principles and the good news of Jesus. The platform for all these podcasts is Spreaker.com. You can simply Google the name of the podcast on the internet and it will show you a listing of all the episodes. We're available on iTunes, Twitter, and Alexa on Amazon, hosted by iHeartRadio and Spotify, and the sites are growing daily. You can also go to Carin Jane Casey on YouTube to see videos of my podcasts. If you go there, please subscribe to my channel. My website is CarinJaneCasey.com. I try to be consistent. CarinJaneCasey. And I would sincerely love any suggestions, and of course your feedback is important to me. And it's on my website that you'll find more out about my books. My Dear Rosa Jean, my first novel, which is suspenseful, dramatic, and it shares about overcoming and healing. Mystery at Candace Bay, that is a real page-turner, entertaining and encouraging. Granny Babysits the Mischievous 5. It's a fun children's chapter book, good for kids and for grown-ups. My books are available at Amazon.com, Kindle, and Barnes & Noble Nook. Well, thank you and have a blessed week.